Right, hello everyone. Okay. I just wanted to make a quick video because I wanted to make a point about Barclays Bank here in the UK. I don't know how far, hang on a sec. I don't know how far all the banks and that go. Like globally, I don't know the names of all like the American banks and stuff, but so just when around the time the mental health and that will come in to get me, and around the time the stuff happened to me next to Canterbury Cathedral, and I had my operation, and I said my memory was tampered with because they know how to separate. Like they've done loads of studies on when you get put to sleep in hospital, you separate, and I'm not saying this happens to everyone, but just the stuff to do with the live art lounge I was looking into, and then obviously the stuff with Epstein and all the paedophile ring is linking back to live art and to the arts, like all my previous videos I've been talking about. So basically, Caroline Stevens did a video with Mark Anthony Taylor in the UK, and I watched quite a lot of her videos anyway, not all of them, but he's talking about, this was yesterday, this was posted, so I just want to elaborate on it because we're not going to let it go, and obviously it has affected me, and I'm still here now. So I was saying that they shut my bank account down, I had to go bankrupt, and it was when I was going backwards and forwards from Cambodia. I'd already been kicked off one of my flights to Cambodia, and then loads of weird stuff was happening with me, and then when I got back and what they'd done whilst I was in Cambodia, I wasn't using that bank account, and it was my main one when I got back here, and what they'd done is they'd added on, bearing in mind I haven't had a phone for about 4 years, so they added on like phone insurance and home insurance, and I don't own a phone or a house. Yeah, I've always kind of lived out of where I'm doing my art festivals, mates places. I've rented rooms here and there cheap, like with other artists and stuff, like all the hippies and the musicians and that. So I haven't had that from Barclays, and whilst that was charging me every month for this insurance and stuff, they put on my bank account when I was away. So I didn't order it, didn't ask for it, they put it on, and then it was charging hundreds of pounds, and then every day it was charging me in my overdraft that they'd put me in. Yeah, and I didn't have the money when I came back to pay it, and I couldn't use anything, and I was pretty much left homeless. I had to go in for my operation that they called that like I went in to book the operation, and they did it that day, called me in, and it was next week. So I reckon someone was watching me then, obviously. But the main thing I want to make a point out of is Barclays, because they've got evidence stating that Jeffrey Epstein basically blackmailed Parliament, and then got, is it Staley or someone who's head of all the Barclays board is basically friends of Epstein's, and they blackmailed Parliament and then put him in the board. Yeah, and this was going on for like a good 2 months with me, like arguing with Barclays. I was going in talking to like the managers in Canterbury and all that, about my bank details and my accounts and everything, and the lady was actually really nice. She was sticking up for me, she was ringing the head board, and I had to go back in, and we were sending off forms and they were coming back, you know, and even everyone in the branch, all the managers there, even the people on the phone I spoke to were like, yeah, you know, they should give it back to you. I had all the evidence there and everything, and they just said no. So I went bankrupt, basically, and that is when I really went to my mum's. The mental health came after my operation. So you can see there was like a line of events where they tried to make me homeless. The gang stalking police cars would follow me. This has like been going on, and obviously, you know it's happening to other people because loads of people are talking about it on here. About all the details. So I just wanted to put it out there about Barclays Bank. And I wanted to say that we also have another bit of land being given to us by, it's not been given to us, people want to work with us, basically. My friend Ban Ray, she's from China, Mongolia, she's Mongolian, but she's got like family and stuff in China, and she's saying that they've got another bit of land up there of like 3,000 acres in China that's untouched. She actually wrote to the Chinese government asking if she could live in a cave out there, and they said no. So yeah, she was asking me about the off-grid living, and there's actually quite a few people now, like more of my artist friends that have land. I spoke to some of my friends in Cameroon. They're up for doing a space out there, and obviously they have the ibogaine medicines and that I was talking about, but there's a little bit of a war over there at the moment too. But my contacts I have over there are, I've been chatting to for a while, artists and musicians. They run like a youth centre, so they're already working in the arts and music with with healing and helping younger kids and stuff like that. Anyway, so they were well up for it. I'm just teaching them how to like harness crystals and stuff at the moment, because obviously they're all creative, and creative energy is free energy. The imagination being pulled down, and then the energy is coming from nowhere. If you're going to play music or you're going to paint, where's that energy being pulled down from? And it's being put out into this realm. Yes, any creative is basically channeling, and half the people doing it don't even know. So if you've got crystals on you and you're like connecting it up, then yeah, you're powering up that grid system instead of like having your phones and stuff and blah blah blah. So just wanted to put that out there as well. And yeah, a lot of the stuff that the land we've got, like, I think we want people to be doing it out of money. Like, people have land they're not using. Yeah, people are wanting to go and do these communities. So like, we don't need money. Like, if you take away money from everywhere in the world, all it is people communicating. People don't know how to communicate because they only know how to communicate when the money speaks. But like, money doesn't really do anything apart from that control. So really, if you want to be opening these centres running without money, then we kind of want people to just bring their energy to the table and just put down what they have. Or, you know, say, I'll do this or that, give their time and their energy. Because this is what we want them to run on. So this is what we kind of want to build them on, really. Like I said, like, we've got places in Cameroon now. They go and talk to a couple of farmers. The farmers are all struggling right now as well. Like, because of the weather and stuff going a bit haywire. Like, the government won't be able to survive without the farmers, and the farmers can't survive without the Wood Wide Web and the grass and everything that's going on as well. So we're eating off that brain. Like, if all of us connected to the Wood Wide Web and put our energy in then, and then connected that globally, like just from a few mother trees or planting some more trees and that, and then we connect down to that grid system, everyone's eating off of that grid. Like, it's growing the trees, you're eating stuff from the trees. If you're eating stuff growing out the ground, if you're eating this, even the animals are eating off of the grass and eating off of the Wood Wide Web as well. And then if we're eating them, do you see what I'm saying? Like, everything is surviving off of the Wood Wide Web, even like our energy fields and stuff as well, because we're consuming that energy. So what energy are you consuming? That's what you're radiating out. So yeah, I just wanted to put that out there again about the Barclays thing, because no one's really listening to what I've been saying, and I guess no one can really do anything about it until it's proven. But I'm just going to make a statement about it, because I'm not going to let it go, what they've done. And the more and more things I'm looking at as I go back, they have been really following me and stamping on me for a while now, so it does all link back to the arts again. And yeah, they're obviously not going to put out the evidence of that, but Barclays is going to be in trouble now, and a lot of people are with them. So I'm wondering what's going to happen with that now, and what other people are on the top boards of all the other banks and stuff like that. You know, how many people's accounts have they closed down? How many people are they actually robbing off? Well, obviously they're robbing off everyone, but I mean, it's an extent, it's a lot bigger than what people think. It's a lot bigger than what people think. And yeah, I mean, in these civilizations, like, if everything's in the living waters, and you know, we've got artists that carve, you know, we can make some really beautiful pieces of art that we're living within. And it's just an ongoing thing that people enjoy doing. And yeah, I've noticed recently as well, quite a lot of people have got the tiger's eye out. So if anyone wants to get the tiger's eye out, like, I keep bumping into people and seeing old people, and they're all wearing it, or they've just bought it or whatever. So yes, I think tiger's eye is needed at the moment, if anyone has it, to get it out. I'm using it quite a lot at the moment with my lapis and smoky quartz. But so yeah, we've got these plots of land, and even if, like, because I know straight to the government, they said no about this, and they're going to say no, they're just going to keep saying no. But why do they keep saying no? Why can't we go and live somewhere and be healthy in a part of the earth? Why do these people say no to building? Why can't we go and do that? Do you know what I mean? I just don't understand it. Doesn't work with me. I don't understand it. And then all these people are getting sick. Like, it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. So it shows that they are definitely harvesting off of us, and people need to start seeing this. People really need to start seeing it. More people are waking up, obviously, but the more we keep doing these videos, even put this information out and getting people to think about it that are listening to this video right now, is crystallising in thought and doing something about it. Because Yeah, we want, well, but even having the bits of land there in the physical is still making us think, oh, like, I've got this bit of land, you know, it's actually real. Because, you know, you have to make things real to actually, it's that belief, isn't it? So if the belief is actually there and you can see and it's doable, the only thing is in the way is a bit of law and a bit of paper. It's not actually in physicality, people are stopping us. And these bits of land are already owned by people. They're already owned by people. So they're not owned by the government, they're owned by creative people who also want to do this. And they're untouched bits of Gaia, which are good bits of land that we could grow food on, which are healthy, and they've been untouched, so they're healthy. Yeah, and I told you, if we keep going along this, the earth is helping us. She is helping us, bringing us together. So everyone's just got to keep going. But like I said again, the banks are going to start crashing, so we need to look at all this stuff a bit sooner. And like, we've got these people here, these people there. Why don't we start joining together and actually become more of a unit now, and actually become one unit, and then we can start joining more on, and then we can actually start pushing these laws away, and then saying this is what we want to do. Just go along like they don't exist, because in my world they don't exist. I don't understand politics. I don't understand the government. I literally do not understand it. And people yesterday talking about conservative this, that. I don't understand it. I don't understand reading or writing very well, unless it's in forms of art, which is our real true language anyway. So we want to be changing up the communications, and that is art and frequency again. And cymatics. I watched Matrix Wisdom's video, and they've even got cymatics carved in the top bits of some of the cathedrals. Like the actual carvings are of cymatics. Yeah, so we need to get into the frequency healing again. But, you know, I've got friends, Indian friends, that are like carving out instruments as well. So we want to make everything from scratch. You know, we don't want to be listening to music really out of these. I've got mates that make speakers, but really we want to be amplifying like actual water sounds that come out of shapes. Because that's what's affecting the auric field. Like if I'm playing music at this iPad, it's just compressed through another system and then compressed like the food is that you're consuming. It's compressed into bars and put in plastic wrappers. And frequency is the same one here, like the frequency and the hue and the vibrations of food. So we've got to look at what we are actually consuming. So we do want to be consuming everything as it is fresh, like the crystalline, like the living waters. So it would be coming from us. And yeah, that's about all I want to say really. I did want to mention about the Barclays thing, because it's been driving me nuts for a couple of years now, as I've been sat here just thinking, like, did they actually do this to me? Am I going crazy? You know, the stuff. But deep down I can feel that it's not. I know in myself what is going on. So I just kept it and put it into my art. But it is coming out now, so yeah, I'll link the video below with Mark Anthony Taylor and Caroline Stevens. It's like the first 1 or 2 minutes, but this is going to start coming out soon. And if they've blackmailed Parliament, then what is the blackmail? Because that's going to be called out too, isn't it? So things are going to start going down over there now. Right, 30 minutes, didn't really want this video to be too long. So yeah, right. I'm out, and what else was I going to say? Yeah, keep putting energy into it, and I'm going to Scotland on Thursday to a special location up there that actually I've been aligning with for quite a while, so I think there is a portal up there. And I watched a Mary Magdalene channeling from Psychic LJ, a lady here as well, and she was talking about Mary Magdalene was channeling through her, like saying all the truth about who she actually was and how her name wasn't that, and they were saying that Jesus was buried in Scotland, and actually I find it strange because all my waters I was drinking, the Highland Springs, is from Scotland too, and yeah, there's a lot more links to Scotland with me. I won't go into it too much now, but it seems to be one of the only places in the earth that I've seen that is flourishing very quickly, like in a good way, because you see everything like decaying in the earth and this, and I did notice that Scotland is flourishing. It's like doing the opposite. to where everyone else is. So yeah, it's very green out there. The animals, you know, they're thinking of putting the lynx cat back in, which is one of my favourites. Wild cats in Europe, and